Honorable Chief Guest, Shri Anthony DeSa, Chief Secretary to the Government of Madhya Pradesh. Guest of Honor, His Excellency Aloys Rubuka, Ambassador of Burundi. Guest of Honor, Dr. Sara Varughese, Regional Director, CBM Bangalore. Guest of Honor, Shri Biren Ramesh Bhutta ji, Chief of Corporate Social Responsibility, TATA Steel. Guest of Honor, Professor Malcom Harper from United Kingdom, and today's keynote speaker. And also, I would like to remind you that he is the closest friend of Father Michael Vanden Bogaert. And among the audience, Her Excellency Dr. Janet Judy, Ambassador of Ethiopia, accompanied by Mr. Akilu K. Irena. Respected Annalise Marie Ku, unfortunately, I think she has not yet met, she may be on the way. She is the first secretary to the ambassador of the Kingdom of Belgium, representing the Belgian ambassador. Respected Shri Subrat Sahu, the chief secretary to the government of Chhattisgarh. Unfortunately, last moment he could not make for this event, but he is very much with us in spirit. Respected representatives from sponsor organizations, CBM Bangalore, MP Tourism, XLRI Jamshedpur, Coal India Limited Kolkata, Security Printing and Minting Corporation New Delhi, Hindustan Copper Limited Kolkata and Malaj Khand. Respected representatives from NTPC, Narmada Hydro Development Corporation Bhopal, BHEL Bhopal, and other public and private industries. Respected Professor Deepak Behra, Vice Chancellor of Berhampur University, Orissa. He is also accompanied by his wife Mamta. Respected Madam Lauren Lobo, MLA Jabalpur. Respected Professor Lord Barlag from Catholic University of Leuven, Belgium. Respected Professor Rob Embrest, University of Antwerp, Belgium. Respected Sir Swarn Kar from Asian Development Bank. Respected Ms. Rubina from GRI New Delhi. Respected Shri Marcus Lima, co-founder of the EcoSoft company from Singapore. Respected Shri Ramakant Tiwari ji, CEO Mahan Coldfield. Respected Shri Niranjan Khatri, ITC Hotel. Respected Shri Nadir Shaw, K. Dhondi, Supreme Court Advocate. Respected Vivek Porwal, Collector of Jabalpur. Respected Shri Upendra Jain, IG Jabalpur. Respected Shri Markan Deoskar, DIG Jabalpur. Respected Shri Hari Narayan Chari ji, SP Jabalpur. Respected Shri Bundela ji, Deputy Commissioner Transport. Respected Father Valan, Principal of St. Aloysius College. Reverend Father Joe Mannat, Director of CRI Delhi. Basant Daniel, Advocate, Jabalpur High Court. Respected Francis Geets from Belgium. He is the very close friend of Father Bogaert's family in Belgium. Jesuit fathers from Madhya Pradesh, Jesuit province, other fathers, religious sisters, other distinguished dignitaries, guests, resource persons, and participants. On behalf of Xavier Institute of Development, Action and Studies and Xavier Institute of Management, Jabalpur, XIMJ, which is an educational unit of XIDAS, I extend to you all a hearty welcome to this campus and wish you a very meaningful and fruitful participation in this conference, the International Conference on Sustainable Development. Indeed, your presence here today for this occasion is an honor to XIDAS and to all XIDASians. Last year in one of the governing body meetings, the governing body decided to dedicate 2013-14 to Father Michael Vanden Bogaert S.J., the founder of this institution. Those of you who have not seen him, you could see him. He is Father Michael van den Bogaert S.J. from Belgium. He is the one who founded this institution. Father Bogaert was a Belgian Jesuit priest. He was born in Willebroek in 1928. He came to India in 1951, and in the initial stage he worked in Ranchi. He was the director of Xavier Institute of Social Services, that is XISS, from 1963 to 1986. That is 23 years. In 1986, he went to XIMB Bhubaneswar and worked there until 1995. In XIMB Bhubaneswar, he founded CENDRET, Center for Development, Research and Training. In 1995, he came to Jabalpur and started XIDAS, Xavier Institute of Development, Action and Studies. In 2008, he was transferred to Xavier Institute of Social Action, XISA, that is in Raipur. It was the branch of XIDAS that time. Now it is independent. And he worked there until he breathed his last breath on August 31st, 2009. Father Bogaert was buried with all other Jesuit fathers in Ambikapur, but because he wanted to be buried in this campus, we brought him in November last year. His remains we brought, and we have kept him in the campus here. You could visit his tomb and also the memorial. It is right in front of the main building. Now we feel very much that he is part of that institution and he will stay here with us forever. And we feel proud of that now. The objective of dedicating 2013-14 to Father Bogaert is twofold. To carry forward the legacy of Father Bogaert, that is the legacy of innovation, service, equality, and experience-based education, which he called hands-on culture. Secondly, to promote sustainable development, which was his dream. To achieve these objectives, XIDAS dedicated to carry out 13 different activities in 1 year, and this conference is one of those 13 events. Father Bogaert was a great innovator, and he believed that in and through this institution, innovation should and will take place among the rural and urban people for their holistic and sustainable development, and through the discipline of management, it would serve as an efficient and effective tool to change gradually the entire face of the earth. He believed in creating a counterculture where there will be no place for injustice, violence, corruption, and inequality based on one's caste, religion, and gender. Today, Father Bogaert is not with us physically, but we have his dreams and legacies, which have to be carried out in and through our works. And this international conference is one step forward in promoting and achieving sustainable development, the dream of Father Bogaert. This conference will provide a platform to all the stakeholders who are interested in and associated with sustainable development activities to share their success stories, innovations, learnings, challenges, and future possibilities of sustainable development. Friends, with this background information, I once again welcome you all and wish you a very meaningful and fruitful participation in this conference. Thank you. To welcome Madam Marie Koo, who came a little late because of the delay of the flight. So let's put her hands together and to welcome. She is the representative of the Belgian ambassador. Friends, it's my honor to introduce His Excellency Aloys Rubuka, Ambassador of Burundi to India. He was born and brought up in Burundi. His expertise is in history, but he has a very good command on education, management, and civil governance. He has been the ambassador of Burundi to India for the last 3 years. before coming to India, he took a very active part in politics and held many important offices in the government. His Excellency is a very good troubleshooter. Sorry to use that word. Actually, I got this idea from my conversation with him last evening, and I believe this is the reason why his president has been sending him to all the places wherever there are difficulties, because he's very good at solving the problems. I believe coming to India is an exception. In a positive sense, I take pride in informing you that His Excellency has a strong Jesuit spirit. Strong Jesuit spirit because he studied in a Jesuit college in Burundi. Just as Belgium Jesuit fathers, including Father Bogaert, who were pioneers in providing quality education in India, especially in Calcutta, Jharkhand, and Chhattisgarh, the Jesuit fathers from Belgium also were pioneers in Burundi, and His Excellency is one of the beneficiaries of the Jesuit education in Burundi. With these few words, I invite His Excellency to share his. Friends, again, it's my honor to introduce our chief guest today. He was educated in St. Aloys School, Bhusawal, and St. Xavier's College, Mumbai, where he took an MA in History and Political Science. I'm sure all the Jesuit fathers here available and present here will be proud of him because he has strong connection with the Jesuits. He also studied at Harvard University in United States, where he took a master's degree in public administration, specializing in economics and environmental studies. At Harvard, he topped in his course and was awarded the prestigious award Latour Fellowship for academic excellence, leadership qualities, and service in the community. He was appointed to the Indian Administrative Service in 1980, and since then, he has held several important assignments and distinguished himself in each. He has been collector and district magistrate of Chhindwara. He was administrator of Jabalpur Municipal Corporation. He was administrator of Housing Commission of Madhya Pradesh. In the central government, he has served as the director in the Ministry of Environment and Forests when he represented India in the international negotiations on the Climate Change Convention, the Biodiversity Convention, and the International Agreement on Forests. He participated in the first conference on sustainable development in Rio de Janeiro. He has also been the he was the controller of the Bhava Atomic Energy Center, Research Center in Mumbai. He was the joint secretary in the Ministry of Commerce and Industry, dealing with the foreign trade policy and WTO negotiations. And before returning to Madhya Pradesh, he was deputed to the United Nations for 5 years as the director of the UNIDO Center for South-South Industrial Cooperation. Friends, we are indeed blessed to have such an eminent personality today to be here as the chief guest for this event. With these few words, I invite our Honorable Chief Guest, Madam Poonam Ben Velji Bhai Jat, the Member of Parliament from Kutch, Gujarat. Guest of honor, Her Excellency, Dr. Ghaner Zaudi, Ambassador of Ethiopia. Guest of honor, Shri O.P. Rawat ji, former Secretary DPE, Ministry of Heavy Industry, Government of India. Guest of honor, Professor Deepak Behra, Vice Chancellor of Berhampur University, Orissa. Guest of honor, Dr. Sara Varughese, Regional Director, CBM, Bangalore. His Excellency Aloys Rubuka, Ambassador of Burundi. Respected Annelies Marikou, the first secretary to the Ambassador of the Kingdom of Belgium, and other dignitaries, guests, persons, all resource persons and participants. After 2 days of serious sharing and discussion on sustainable development, we have come finally to the final session, the valedictory session. At the outset, I would like to welcome you all for this session, and especially those who joined us this morning who could not be here yesterday. There are two reasons for organizing this conference on sustainable development. First, in the last international conference on corporate social responsibility, many resource persons and participants suggested that the discussion and sharing should continue, and XIDAS should organize another conference for the continuation of the sharing and discussion that started in last conference. So we decided to have this conference on sustainable development, which is an important component of CSR. Secondly, XIDAS has dedicated 2013 and 14 to Father Michael van den Bogaert, the founder of this institution, who dedicated his entire life to the promotion and realization of sustainable development. And this conference is a tribute to Father Bogaert. For the benefit of the dignitaries and guests who joined us today, Father Bogaert was a Belgian Jesuit who spent his entire life promoting sustainable development in rural areas in Jharkhand, Orissa, Madhya Pradesh, and Chhattisgarh. He came to India in 1951 and worked for 35 years in Ranchi and around Ranchi, including 23 years as the director of XIDAS Ranchi, and then 10 years in XIMB Bhubaneswar, 12 years in XIDAS Jabalpur, and 1 year in DeSa, Xavier Institute of Social Action, Raipur. He died on August 31st, 2009, leaving a rich legacy of innovation, service, experience-based education, which he called hands-on culture, and sustainable development. His motto was, "Give the best to the poor." XIDAS has decided to carry out various activities during Father Bogaert Memorial Year 2013-14. Number one, re-establishment of rural management course. Father Bogaert had started this course in 2000, but for some reason it was discontinued in 2008, so we have brought it back. Number two, year-round quizzes, debates, and other competitions for students. We have started this in the name of Father Bogaert, and it will continue throughout the year. Number three, establishment of Father Bogaert Scholarship for students. This is in process. We have applied to some donors. We are waiting for the response. If you have something in your pocket, you are most welcome to contribute to this cause. Number four, establishment of Father Bogaert Chair for Sustainable Development and Research. This is again in process. We are looking for sponsorship. Number five, publication of Father Bogaert's PhD thesis. This is again in process. Probably it will be complete in 2 to 3 months. Number six, publication of book, which will consist of scholarly articles written by Father Bogaert's friends, associates, and academicians. This is also in process. Number seven, an international conference on sustainable development. We are just concluding this. Number eight, shifting of Father Bogaert's tomb from Ambikapur to XIDAS. This is done, and this was the dream of Father Bogaert, and we are happy to bring him back. Number nine, construction of Father Bogaert Memorial, which includes a life-size bronze statue of Father Bogaert and a tomb made of granite stone. This is also done. Thanks to XIDAS Ranchi for sponsoring the cost. Number 10, debate competition and management games competition on sustainable development for the members of ZAMI, Xavier Association of Management Institutes. This was done on 18th and 19th of November last year. We also invited the colleges of Jabalpur for this event. Number 11, Father Bogaert Memorial Lecture. We have already started and will continue. There will be one lecture every year. Number 12, Father Bogaert Outreach Program in rural areas around Jabalpur. This will include health camps, awareness programs, blood donation camp, capacity building, literacy programs for rural schools, and many more. Number 13, inviting some of the family members of Father Bogaert to visit this campus. We were expecting some for this occasion. Unfortunately, they could not make it. They will be coming later. It is an indeed uphill task to achieve so many things in 1 year, but I believe in God's providence, and if He wants, if He's with us, I'm sure we will achieve all of them. Father Bogaert was a great innovator, and he believed that in and through this institution that he founded, innovation should and will take place among the rural and urban people for their holistic and sustainable development. And this international conference is one step forward in promoting and achieving sustainable development. And therefore, dear friends, let this conference be not the end of the story, but the beginning of the story. Not just something to be talked about and discussed, but something to be done and implemented. Thank you.